Hey guys, Michi here, welcome back. Throughout this video, if you do hear some background noises of children playing, laughing, or throwing a tantrum, it's okay, it's not in your head. My neighbors actually play with their kids in the backyard. They tend to do that probably on a daily basis with, you know, the sheltering in place and the quarantine. But sometimes it does result in a tantrum. So if you would bear with me, I really appreciate it. As promised, today we're going to do a video on the NARS Afterglow Overlust Cheek Palette. I use two different colors and highlighters, one on each side of my cheek, or I should say one set, one blush and highlighter on each side of my cheek. I'm not sure with all the lighting that's happening, it's obvious that the two sides are different, but on my right side I am wearing this color here. This is called Get Lost, and the highlighter that has a golden tone and golden reflex to it is Deep Down. And I do think it's a touch too deep for my skin tone during fall, winter time, but I think it'll look really good during the summer. Although again, with all of this lighting, I think it looks pretty good. The highlight though, I think I can wear anytime if I wanted to make my look a touch warmer. And on my left side, I am wearing Body Talk with the highlighter Drift. These are mauvey rosy tones, and I think it's a better fit for my skin tone. You can also mix and match the colors any way that you like. I think it all depends on your outfit, your eyeshadow look, what you're trying to do. I did use this color, Let It Burn, and Tied Up in a previous video. I'll link that above. So that's why I didn't use those colors today. And before we get into the tutorial, I'm going to swatch each of the colors so you guys can get an idea. Although I'm not sure how well it'll show up on my hand since they're very, very light. So this is Let It Burn. Very light. When applied on the cheeks, it sits really beautifully, and that's what NARS is known for, their blushes. And then this is, you would think I have the names memorized by now, but I do not. I apologize. This is Get Lost, the middle shade. Definitely has an orange tone to it. Yeah, it's hard to see. Let me get a better one. And then Body Talk. Those are the three shades. Body Talk is the deepest of the three blushes, right up here. And then in the center, Get Lost has a orange brown tone to it, totally different from the other two blushes. And I think they deliberately included that in here so that you can mix and match and get different results. Let's move on to the highlighters. Again, I'm not sure how well they're gonna swatch on my hand, but we might just have to leave it on my finger because I feel like you can see it better. Yeah, you can see it better. So this is Tied Up with a champagne, golden champagne sheen to it. This is Deep Down, a very golden tone. And then Drift has a pink rosy tone to it. They are good matches for the blushes right below them. And let's try it on the hand. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Let's do one more. And this is Tied Up. This is Deep Down. Yeah, you can see that. All right. And then this is Drift. Okay. I see you guys. I see you, Drift. And Deep Down. Plus Tied Up. They are not the most shiny, glistening highlighters once you place them on the cheek. They are visible. I did have to apply a few applications, but it wasn't difficult. They're very soft, you apply them. And throughout the video, I do talk about how, this is very beginner friendly. Somebody who's trying to figure out which highlighter tone is good for them, is a good fit, where would they place it on their face? And because they are sheer with that first or second application, it's hard to make a mistake. If you don't like it, you can easily, wipe it off and do something else. Because it takes a few applications to build this result here, you can stop by the time you get to a point where now it's too hard to remove. So here are the shades once more. And after the tutorial, I will also go over very quickly the different eyeshadow colors I used. This is from Natasha Denona's Gold Palette. I'll see you guys afterwards. To go with the blushes and highlighters I'll be using, I'm gonna pair that with a golden bronze eye look. I'm gonna go through it a little bit quicker than usual since this is not primarily an eyeshadow tutorial. And if you would like, feel free to skip the eyeshadow part and go right to when I apply the blushes. Setting powder on my face, let's move on to the NARS Cheek Palette. So to demonstrate more colors in this tutorial, I'm going to place a different blush and its corresponding highlighter, one on each side of the cheek. So first we'll go with this set here, this blush and highlighter on the right side, and then we'll move on to this blush and highlighter onto the left side. So on the right side, we're going to first apply Get Lost. Tap off the excess. And I'm gonna place this color onto the apples of my cheek, and we're gonna diffuse the color towards here. And I do think this is a very flattering color for deeper skin tones as well. Has a bit of an orange, brown undertone to it. And then using a side of this brush, we're gonna dab it into the highlighter. And we'll place it onto the highlights. Do the same to the forehead. And of the three highlighters, this one is more golden in tone. So as you can see already, it gives you a really warm tone highlight that has that golden reflex to it. I'm gonna clean off this brush and then we'll move on to the left side. All right, on the left side, we're going to place Body Talk. Again, get rid of the excess. And it looks like it grabbed onto this part. I'm gonna spend some time to diffuse it out. And if it doesn't diffuse out successfully, we'll have to do some cleanup here. All right, now let's take a look at both sides. On the right side of my cheek, we have the deeper blush and the golden highlight, which stands out more. It's a bit too deep for my skin tone during the fall and winter, but I can see during the summer as I get some more sun, this could be a more fitted color for me. On the left side is more rose toned, and I think that's probably a better fit for me. I'm gonna finish up on the eyes and we'll come back for the complete look. This is the finished look. For those interested, these are the shadows I used from Natasha Denona's Gold Palette. I placed Teak all over the lid, and then I went in with Log for outer corner definition, blending it inwards towards the center lid. And then I added Varus to the center of the lid, blended it towards the inner corners. This was so that I can get a highlight onto the center of my lid and to add some more depth to the look. And for the bottom lash line, I once again used Teak all the way through, blended that color. Then I tight lined with Log. And for the last color, I used Alchemist for the inner corners and then apply that upwards here a little bit to just blend the color in. And then before I forget, once more at the very end, I go in again with Teak, blended the shadow from here towards the bridge of my nose so that I would have more definition in this area. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I do love this NARS palette more and more every time I use it. And I love that golden highlight, that centered color. I will definitely be using it more for other tutorials. I look forward to talking to you guys next time. I hope this is a great start to your Monday and the rest of the week. See you soon. Thanks for watching.